Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well. Today it's a preview, yes, preview time. Chelsea versus Aston Villa, the international break is over. Thank goodness. Look, I like an international break when it's in the middle of a summer and it's a big competition and the team that I'm wanting to support is in the semi-final of it. Yeah, that's the only time I like watching international football, right? If it's England, if it's Algeria, if they're far in a competition, then yes, I'm loving life. But apart from that, I hate international football, man. It's become such a nuisance. International break is over. We have another one in 3 weeks. 3 weeks! Got another international break. Or 4 weeks. I think it's 4. Anyway, near enough a month from now, we got to do this again. It's a shambles. And Thomas Tuchel spoke in the press conference today about that, saying that it is too many games. It's way too many games. And we're going to get into the detail of what Thomas Tuchel spoke in his press conference because he gave a lot of detail. But before we do that, I've got 2 things to let you know about. So, firstly, this video is brought to you and sponsored by the OneFootball app. Yes, the lovely people at OneFootball have created an app that is so fantastic in regards to all of your footballing needs that I just have to keep promoting it because it's that good. It's my #1 go-to source for all my football information. It should be for you too, to do with your team, to do with another team, to do with your league, another country, any statistics, any videos, content, news, whatever it is you can find on there. So make sure you hit the link in the description, download the OneFootball app and enjoy. Secondly, I was over on Man Knows Football's channel, Goonie. Yes, his name is Goonie, but his channel is Man Knows Football. I'll leave a link right here to that video that I was on, previewing the Aston Villa game with him. For those of you that don't know him, he's quite often on Troops' channel when he's doing the Back Again podcast. So you can have a look because he's the Chelsea voice over on Troops' channel and kind of brings him down back to earth when it comes to, showing what colour London is. You know what I mean? London is blue. And Troops has acknowledged that, so fair play. But Goonie's part of a reason, so make sure you check out his channel, give him a subscription, make sure you sub, have a watch of the video after you're done with this. Link is right here and enjoy. Let's get into the preview for Aston Villa. Chelsea versus Aston Villa at the Bridge, 5:30 p.m. kickoff. Ronaldo returns for Man United, and that's going to be a 3 p.m. kickoff on a Saturday. Whose decision was that? I don't know, but it means that people in this country cannot watch the game officially. I'm saying, we have the internet now, so I'm sure everyone will have any access that they require. But, realistically, doing things properly, should I say, on TV, yeah, people in this country can't watch Ronaldo's debut. Crazy. But have no fear, because if you just wait a little bit more, 5:30 p.m, you'll see the big game. No one cares for United. No, forget that. Chelsea, Aston Villa, right? We are the team to watch. We are the team that's hopefully going to go on to win the Premier League title. And hopefully tomorrow we can bring back the momentum that we had before the international break. We ended the international break, or ended the time before the international break by drawing 1-1 to Liverpool. And that was in such a heroic manner, going down to 10 men at Anfield, whole of the second half, defending our lives out, putting threats onto Liverpool, playing fantastic, so much heart, so much passion. That word's become a bit cliche, but you still got to use it. So much passion, it was ridiculous, and we got a result, and we were really proud. Hopefully we can take that spirit and apply it to tomorrow, because Aston Villa will not be an easy game. Now, when we're talking about Aston Villa, there are a couple of things that I'm hoping swings in our favour. Why? 2 things. Firstly, their start to the season hasn't been fantastic. They currently sit 11th in the Premier League table, and their results haven't been fantastic when you're looking at that. They lost to Watford 3-2 on opening day, pretty much. They beat Newcastle 2-0, and then they drew 1-1 to Brentford at home. And you're thinking, Aston Villa, probably expect a little bit more from you. Right now, though, second reason why I think this is going to go in our favour, they are missing 2 key players. Emi Martinez and Emi Buendia. The two Emmys are outies, right? Simple. Emi Martinez, their goalkeeper, has done phenomenal things for Aston Villa since he's moved to Aston Villa. And he won't be available. And neither will Emi Buendia, one of their key signings. And yes, they're still going to have Leon Bailey. They're still going to have Danny Ings. And, fair play. They've got a really good team and a really good setup. But those 2 players missing, I think, are going to be key. Especially Martinez, because he claws Aston Villa out of a hole sometimes, out of nowhere. What? How Arsenal let Emi Martinez go? I don't know. I really don't know how they let that goalkeeper just slip away. Slip away. He's fantastic, absolutely fantastic, and he's going to be missing. So this is a big opportunity for Chelsea to score as many goals as possible. I think Aston Villa, despite the fact that they have a good defensive setup, a good overall team now, they've spent the 100 million from the Jack Grealish transfer very wisely. But I think Chelsea will still have too much quality on the pitch on the day at Stamford Bridge and hopefully get past them. Now, in terms of Chelsea, let's talk about Chelsea. There are two players missing. Pulisic and Kante will not feature. Kante is out up until maybe just before Tuesday. He's not quite ready. Maybe the Tuesday game against Zenit St. Petersburg in the Champions League, our first Champions League game, we are hoping to retain. The journey begins to retain the Champions League, but Kante might be back for that one. However, for Pulisic, that's longer. That's going to be about 10 days. But yeah, in regards to the rest though, everyone looks fit. Everyone is good to go. Lukaku is fit. He's good to go. Everyone is looking like they are available to play. So when we're talking about how do we approach this game, we had one fantastic question that was asked in the press conference, and I have to shout out this journalist once again. Journalist, presenter, because she's on Premier League TV. If you don't know her, Olivia Buzaglo. She is absolutely fantastic. Olivia, if you're watching, thank you so much for asking questions that are relevant. Olivia always asks the questions that the fans want to know. And I've noticed a few times she goes onto Twitter beforehand and she asks Chelsea fans, what do you want to know from Thomas Tuchel? And any sort of input that the fans give to her, she takes that and she asks. And it's fantastic. She's become a true representative of us at the press conferences and finding out the information that we want to know. She's doing a proper journalist's job. Fantastic. And she's a fantastic presenter on Premier League TV, as I've already mentioned. If you haven't watched her on there already, make sure you do. But Olivia asked a great question, and it was about Timo Werner. It was about Timo Werner and how can we see Timo Werner link up with Lukaku? Are we going to see that partnership? How is that going to work? And Thomas Tuchel was quite confident in saying that, yeah, we will see it. There will be games where we will see that happen. And when I think about how to approach this game, Aston Villa, where I know that they are defensively solid, but I think they're going to be a little bit reserved. I think they're going to be a little bit cautious in their approach. I don't think they're going to launch the kitchen sink at us. I don't think they're going to be attacking. I think they're going to try and have a bit of balance. I think it's up to us to throw everything at them. And I think we will, and I think we'll score, and I think we'll win. How do we do that though? Going back to Olivia's question, I think that's a key point in terms of the starting 11. So without further ado, let's jump into the starting 11. I have it all set. This week I have it all set on there because I wanted to jump right into the discussion. There are a few changes and I thought I might as well just talk about this from the get-go. This would be the 11 that I decide to go with. Edouard Mendy in goal. Reece James is out, so I think the best approach there is to probably put Azpilicueta as right wing back, Chalobah as right centre back, Christensen as the centre back, Rudiger as our left centre back. Alonso, you know what? Look, if Chilwell plays, I'm happy, but I can just think about his form prior to international break and I just reckon Thomas Tuchel might just keep going with it. That's my only reasoning. Alonso's been flawless for us since the start of the season. This season, he's been near enough perfect. He's been great. So you think, why change it? But with the break of momentum, the fact that in the international break happened, you know, momentum stops. Maybe we have a chance to completely reset. Maybe Chilwell's given the opportunity. Fair enough. If Chilwell plays, I'm happy. So regardless, but I'm just saying what I think Thomas Tuchel's going to do. I think he'll start Alonso. Now, in terms of midfield, Kante's missing. This is where I think we are going to deploy Mr. New... Let me do this correctly. Better call Saul. You know what I mean? You better call Saul. Better call Saul. If you know the reference, you know the reference. If you don't, you're not watching enough TV. Which I have to say isn't the worst idea in the world. So good luck and keep going. But look, I think Saul, Jorginho might be the combination we see. Some fans are predicting we see Jorginho, Kovacic and then Saul will come on later on. I think Thomas Tuchel doesn't have a hesitancy in trying to, you know, bring in a player slowly. You saw when Lukaku arrived. He arrived, few days training, bish bash bosh, starts against Arsenal. Starts. And I think that's where Saul is going to be used as well. Chalobah, as soon as he made a good impression, starting lineup. No need to hesitate. And I think the same will apply here. I will understand the approach if we go with Jorginho Kovacic. Completely understand it. But I think with the fact that Aston Villa, as I already mentioned, I think are going to sit a little bit deeper, you're going to have to throw everything that you can and put all the options on the table there to get as many goals as possible, I feel, or to at least break them down. And I think Saul brings a dimension. Now, Saul is a player, and Thomas Tuchel spoke about him in the press conference, and it surprised me because he said that Chelsea have been chasing this guy for a few years. And then he said, I've been chasing this guy when I was at other clubs. So he's making it clear that Chelsea were interested in this guy since, what, Sarri? Conte? Like, you know, has it been that long since we wanted Saul? I can understand back in the day, or I say back in the day, just 2 seasons ago, he was worth over 100 million. Hence why the thing with Man United collapsed, because it was just, frankly, too much money. Now, we've managed to, you know, go in on a Del Boy sort of deal and literally get him for a bargain. You know, like we just picked him up from the local market. Yeah, on a loan with a 40 million euro option to buy. Yeah, you know, ducking and diving, wheeling and dealing, as Harry Redknapp would say. Saul, I think, is a big opportunistic here. Very, very big opportunity to take in terms of being able to add another dimension. Saul is a sort of player that possesses all the qualities that Kovacic has, but has one more quality. And that is to shoot from distance. That is to score goals. That is to dribble past players and create opportunities, not only for his teammates, but for himself. He's the sort of player that can drive, get into the box and finish into the bottom corner or the top corner, no problem. He is the sort of midfielder that can hit it from 30 yards, smash it into the back of the net. We don't really have that in midfield. So I feel like that would be a good added quality to this team in terms of bringing another dimension on how to score goals. You know, it's not only going to be try and get the ball into the half spaces, try and get someone to go onto the shoulder of a defender, try and sling a ball over the top, that way someone can run in behind, try and cross the ball from the sides and hopefully someone gets a head on it. Now we can shoot from distance. We haven't done it in a while. Hopefully Saul can bring that. And this is why I just have a gut feeling Thomas Tuchel's going to start him rather than bring him on in the second half. I think he'll start him. And Jorginho will be the one alongside him. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that's going to happen. The front three, Mason Mount just in behind the front two as far as I'm concerned, because I think it's going to be a partnership of Lukaku and Timo Werner. Timo Werner to help stretch, which will hopefully enable space for Mason Mount to get into and for Saul to get into. But as well as that, hopefully we get to see that combination of Werner and Lukaku, because I think Lukaku will unlock Werner, and I think Werner will help create enough space and hopefully create enough opportunity for Lukaku to get onto the end of, and as well as that, Mason Mount to hopefully contribute. So some of you are probably thinking, why Mason Mount, why not Kai Havertz? I think Mason Mount is probably the guy in between that midfield line and in between the two forwards that is going to be there regardless in terms of his physicality, what he can bring and what he contributes. I wouldn't be against seeing Havertz on the pitch though, for sure. If Havertz starts, I am completely happy with that. But for this, I think we'll see Lukaku and Werner. Hopefully we get a good partnership, and hopefully Lukaku can pluck out a side of Timo Werner that allows him to start scoring goals too. Maybe we get two strikers that are firing on all cylinders. Fingers crossed. But that is how I think Thomas Tuchel is going to deploy the starting 11 tomorrow. That is what I think he'll go with. Let's get into the prediction now. How do I see this ending? I'm going for a nice and comfortable Chelsea 2, Aston Villa 0. Nicely, easy 3 points. I wouldn't say easy 3 points. That's the wrong terminology to use. But a 2-0 win, comfortable, at home. We are the ones that are dominating. We are the ones controlling. I think with the fact that they're missing Emi Martinez, the fact that they're missing Emi Buendia, I think they're going to be over-reliant on a Leon Bailey. Probably over-reliant on Danny Ings mainly. And I think defensively we have been so good and such a flipping block. We are a concrete wall that it's pretty much hard for anyone to get through. If Liverpool, with the quality that they have in terms of attacking prowess, found it difficult for 45 minutes in their own backyard and we had 10 men and they couldn't get past, that should send, firing shots. That should send shivers down everyone's spine in terms of how good Chelsea are defensively. And I think offensively, we can only get better and better and better. So tomorrow, I'm going for a 2-0 win. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. How do you see it ending? Let me know. I would love to see all your predictions, your starting lineups. How do you see it going down? Thank you all so much for watching. And if you're in involved in fantasy football, you best believe that I think most people are going to have Ronaldo in their fantasy teams. If you haven't joined my fantasy league already, link in the description, make sure you are there. And yes, I bought Ronaldo too. So I've got quite a good team. I've got Lukaku and Ronaldo. Hopefully they both score tomorrow. Fingers crossed. But thank you all so much for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you want to. Hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash the like button if you've enjoyed this. I will be here for the watch long tomorrow, Chelsea versus Aston Villa. And after that, I will be dropping the match review for you guys as well. So I'll see all of you then. Have a good one. Look after yourselves. Enjoy the football tomorrow. Enjoy Ronaldo's debut if you can watch it. And then I'll see all of you for the Chelsea watch long and we can watch that together. Have a good one. See you then. Take care and peace.